Hello, this is Mr. Kissinger with the Citizenship Academy in Syracuse, New York. Today we are doing Grade 3 Ready Lesson 13, which is solving two-step word problems using the four operations. Four operations being addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We're going to start with this use what you know section. It says in this lesson you will apply what you know to two-step word problems with large numbers. Take a look at this problem. The Shirt Shack has 438 t-shirts at the end of the day. They receive a delivery of new shirts. The shirts come in 4 different colors. There are 8 shirts of each color. How many t-shirts does the store have now? So we're going to see how we can use a picture to solve a multi-step word problem. If we look down here, we see we have all of our t-shirts pictured. We have our 438 t-shirts that we began with, and then we have our 8 t-shirts in 4 different colors. These shirts here are all different shades of gray on our paper because we didn't print this out in a color printer, but so we'll have to use our imaginations on the colors. But it does show that we have 8 green, 8 gray, 8 orange, and 8 purple. So it says, and letter A here, how can you find how many t-shirts were in the delivery? Well, our t-shirts are set up in an array here. We've seen arrays before. So when we see a number of something in an array, and we have rows and columns, and we want to find the total number of items in that array, we know we need to multiply. So in this case, we're going to multiply 8 shirts by the 4 different colors of shirts that we have. So we can multiply 4 and 8. So I'm just going to write multiply 4 and 8. And so letter B is going to have a solve for that letter A equation that we put together. So we're going to do 4 times 8. And 4 times 8 is 32. We could skip count by 8s. We could skip count by 2s. We could look at our array. We could count if we weren't sure, just to double check. All right, so it says the store, and letter C here, it says the store had 438 t-shirts before the delivery. How can you find how many shirts the store had after the delivery? So we're going to add our total number of shirts that we had before the delivery, 438, plus our answer up here, which was 32. It says, write an equation to show how to find the number of t-shirts the store had after the delivery. Well, we just kind of did that up here. We're going to do 438 plus 32 equals. And how many will we have after? Well, we have to add. Whenever I add, I always want to line up my numbers vertically, up and down. I don't want to try to add like this. This will be hard to do. I want to do 438 plus, and then 32. Make sure that we line up our place values. So my 1s are lined up with my 1s, my 10s are lined up with my 10s. This bottom number does not have hundreds. So then now I can start with my 1s. I do 8 plus 2. I'm going to get 10. I'm going to carry my 1. 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. And then my 4 I will bring down. And I have 470 shirts. Make sure to put our label in there. All right. We are ready for page 2. Let's find out more. Think about the problem on the previous page. You need to find how many shirts the store has after the delivery. Writing an equation could help you. You can use a letter for the unknown number of shirts. First, find the number of new shirts in the delivery. There were 4 colors of shirts and 8 shirts in each color. The store received 4 times 8 shirts. The store already had 483 shirts. Add the number of new shirts to 438 to find the total number of t-shirts, T. So we have old shirts plus new shirts equals total shirts. And then they replace those numbers with, or those old shirts and new shirts with the numbers that we already knew. We know it's going to be 438 is how many old shirts we had. It gave us that. Our number of new shirts is going to be 4 times 8 because we have 4 different colors and we have 8 shirts of each color. And that's going to equal T, which is the total number of shirts after the delivery. 438 plus 4 times 8. 4 times 8 is 32. So we have plus 32 equals T. And then we have 470 equals T. The Shirt Shack now has 470 t-shirts. It says, does this answer seem reasonable? You can use estimation or mental math to check. So let's see how we can estimate. If we had 438 plus 32, well, 438 is close to 440, and 32 is close to 30. Those are easy to add. We can add the rounded numbers. 440 plus 30 equals 470. So we get the same answer. We know that our answer is reasonable. And then sometimes it will equal the actual number. So in this case, our estimate is the actual number. Sometimes it would be close. But as long as we're close to what we estimated, we know our answer is reasonable. Look at the equation 438 plus 4 times 8 equals T above. Why are there parentheses around 4 times 8? Well, 4 times 8 is going to, so it looks like they're talking about right here. And 4 times 8 is equal to the number of new shirts. We know that there are 4 different colors of the new shirts, and there's 8 of each color. So that we need to figure that number out first as the number of new shirts before we add to the other numbers. So what I would say is because you need to multiply before you add to get the number of new shirts. So that's why those parentheses are necessary. And we'll continue here. All right, so we have a new problem here. It says, read the problem below, then explore different ways to model and solve 2-step word problems. 3rd graders at Brown Elementary School are raising money for the school library. The goal is to raise $250. They raise $9 each day for 8 days in a row. How much more money is needed to reach the goal? So we have a tape diagram here. It says you can use the diagram to show a 2-step word problem. We have 9, 9, 9 all the way down here. And then we have 250. So we have to look at our numbers. It says the goal is to raise $250. They raised $9 each day for 8 days in a row. How much more money is needed to reach the goal? So here these 9s are going to represent the 8 days in a row that they raised $9 for. And we know that our total we need to raise is $250. This X is going to represent how much more money we need. So we have our 8 days of $9 that we already raised. This is how much money we've already raised. This is how much we need to raise. And this is, and 250 is going to be the total number of dollars raised. So we can write that as an equation right down here. 8 times 9 plus X equals 250. 8 times 9 plus X is going to equal 250. So these 2 parts of this tape diagram are going to equal the total. That should If you look where it says connect it, it says now you will model and solve the equation from the previous page. 8 times 9 equals, or 8 times 9 plus x equals 250. Well, 8 times 9 is 72. 72 plus x equals 250. So we know that x is going to equal 250 minus 72 because we need to try to find x. 250 minus 72 is going to give us what x is here, because we know that 72 plus that x is going to equal to 250. If we do 250, nope, not a 3, 250 minus 72, we're going to have to borrow from our 5, make that a 4. 10 minus 2 is 8. We're going to borrow from our 2. We can make it a 1. This will be 14 minus 7 is 7. And then we bring our 1 down. We get 178. Now it asks us which operation is done first. Well, we have to do the number that's in the parentheses first. So we have to do 8 times 9. And it says, why? Well, we need to do it because it's inside the parentheses. We always do the operation that is inside the parentheses first. Describe in words what 250 equals 72 plus x means. It means a number, which is x, plus 72 will equal 250. Why do you subtract 72 from 250 to find x? Well, if x plus 72 equals 250, we can inverse that because subtraction is the opposite of multiplication. So we can invert that and make that 250 minus 72 equals x. So I'm just going to say, because the inverse of addition is subtraction. Number 5, what is x and what does it stand for? So x is the number of dollars still needed to meet the goal. And that's 178. And how can you use addition to check your answer? Well, because addition is the inverse of subtraction, we can add 72 to 178, and it should equal 250. And if we do 178 plus 72, 8 plus 2 is 10, 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15, 1 plus 1 is 2, and we get 250. So we're going to stop right there for today. We're going to go a little bit further into how we can use pictures or drawings to help us solve word problems in the next lesson. And hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and see you next time. It says you will need